Let's bring the September 21st meeting to order. Let's salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Trullo?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. There was executive session, actually one started at 6 o'clock tonight just with board members, and it dealt with personnel issues, and then at 6:30, the full board along with Dr. Davis, Mr. McHugh, myself, and Mr. Poplawski convened at 6:30. Personnel items, litigation items, and informational items were discussed in the executive session. That executive session was concluded just before this meeting started. That's my report.
Mr. McHugh, roll call.
Mr. Cullen?
Here.
Ms. Curran?
Here.
Mr. D'Angelo?
Here.
Mr. Poliafco?
Here.
Mr. Parolo?
Here.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Stiltner?
Here.
Ms. Paglione?
Here.
Mr. Chicoletti?
Here. Thank you, Mr. McHugh. Do I have a motion to approve the completed agenda?
Motion.
Mr. Poliafco, second by Mr. who? Mr. Cullen? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Reports and presentations. Dr. Davis.
Yes, tonight I have Mr. Pulaski, High School Assistant Principal Athletic Director, will make a presentation regarding our athletic program as well as give Mr. Natasi's report that all the members had in their possession.
Mr. Anastasi is excused,
Yes, thank you.
and so is our secretary,
Yes.
Jen Moyer.
Okay, so for athletics, just for those that are looking for schedules possibly, if you go on Bristol High Warriors, all one word.com, that's the website that has our schedules on it. If you follow Bristol Warrior Athletics on any of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you can also find the schedules on there, and you can find some highlights of some games. For varsity field hockey, our current record's 1-5. The JV is 1-0, and we currently have 22 girls in the program, so that's a good number. Varsity football's record is 1-2. They lost 2 close games. They're getting into the league games in another 2 weeks. There's 35 kids currently out for that. Middle school field hockey starts next week for official games. So far at practice, we've had 15 girls. And then middle school football had 35 boys out. They had their first scrimmage today. It was a pretty close game. And then cross country, we also have about 22 kids out. So they've been competing every day. Okay, so that's the end of the athletic report, unless anybody has any questions. Okay. Mr. Nastasi's report, the principal's report. So CDT testing is set for English, science, math for the entire year for all high school students. Fast Bridge testing is set for all middle school students for math and ELA for the entire year. There are 37 students currently enrolled in our dual enrollment classes. Back to school night was a success, wonderful turnout from all our parents. There are 19 juniors that have applied for admission to the National Honor Society. On 9/26, there'll be a middle school music concert that will take place hosted by Joe Downey. On 9/28, middle school entrepreneur class begins. On 9/29 will be picture day. And then on 10/12, our PSAT testing for grades 10 and 11. All 10th and 11th grade students will test from 8 to 12. Then they will be dismissed. 9th and 12th graders will be virtual all day. All assignments will be posted on the Google Classroom. And grades 7 and 8 will report for normal classes. End the report.
Question? It says on 9/26, so that's next Tuesday. That's going to be at the high school?
Yes.
You know what time?
I believe it's 9 a.m.
Oh, so it's during school
Yeah, it's
hours.
during
Okay.
school. It's to try to get more students out.
Is Dr. Downey performing?
That I'm not sure, but I will find out that. Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you, Mr.
All right, thank you.
Poplawski. Okay,
I have a federal report, Mr. President.
go ahead, Dr.
Regarding
Davis.
Title I, II. The consolidated application was submitted for Title I, Title II, and Title IV. The memorandum of understanding was signed between the Bucks County IU Head Start and the Bristol Borough School District. Thank you. End the report.
Thank you, Dr. Davis.
Dr. Davis, I was at our IU meeting on Tuesday night, and they showed us some of the budget, negotiations on the federal level. You know, the House is eliminating Title I.
they're gonna do a
They're
lot of
trying
different
to.
things, yes.
But my point is, that's I think it's like a $15 billion program.
$560,000
So
allocated
that,
to us.
if they eliminate it, which I don't think they will, but they are holding it hostage, so.
That would definitely hurt.
That would be a $500,000 punch to us, right?
Just like the Level Up supplement they're holding to. They haven't allocated that yet.
Okay, but that's on the state level.
Yeah,
But my point is that, while the level up isn't really any money out of our pocket.
No.
It's money that we could use,
it would be an
right?
additional 125.
Right, but even if we get that, I'm not saying we stand to lose, but I would imagine that there's gonna be some cuts to Title I. You agree?
I mean, this was the first year we received a large jump in funding for Title I.
Yeah.
Normally, we receive between like 400 and 420, and we jumped all the way to 560. And on the agenda tonight, that's allowing us to make Title I at the middle school with Mr. Rabot.
Right, so I guess
Yeah.
that really is my question. So incrementally, we were expecting to get like maybe that position. So
Yeah.
if we lose it, it wouldn't be the full 500, it would be the amount that we got last year.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Well, he's got to cut the money somewhere, right?
Yeah,
He owes
I'm
us-
just saying.
He owes us $4 million. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. All right, Mrs. Simo?
Yes.
Interim Principal?
Hi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. A few updates from Snyder Girardi Elementary. We've had a couple terrific first weeks of school. We can really feel the energy. We feel a positive, fresh start to the school year. Teachers are happy, kids are happy. Back to school night was a complete success. We had a lot of neighboring community associates come out. Bucks County Opportunity Council. We had Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, a lot of different entities. Our 21st Century program came out trying to recruit families for the after-school program. We had PTA packet representatives. We signed up a lot of new parents and families to get involved in our PAC program as well. Upcoming dates. We have the Miss Chocolate fundraiser through our PTA. We have the Bucks County Opportunity Council has agreed to continue the fresh food deliveries for this entire year. So the first and third Wednesday of every month, we will get fresh food donations at Snyder Girardi, and families can come with their own bags and pick up whatever it is that they need. October 24th is our Barnes & Noble's night. That's through Title I and parent involvement. We usually have a big, huge turnout. It's a great event. Kids dress up in Halloween costumes. It's fun for families all involved. October 27th, the PTA plans on having a trunk or treat 6 to 8 in our school parking lot. Assessments by September 29th, the end of the month, all Fast Bridge, Scholastic, Foundation, and Visions assessments will be complete. And then we will begin data meetings, small group instruction, things to make individualized instruction occur based on these assessments and classroom observations. We had the Bristol Alumni and Association reach out to us, and teachers were able to apply for any kind of grants that they want, and the deadline is September 29th, and at this point, several teachers did apply, so that's a positive thing. Unfortunately, we had fires on 9/19, and several of our families were involved, as you know. We have Miss Anna Rosado, our social worker, working closely with the families. There has been an outpouring of community support with everyone involved, the Red Cross, churches in the town, specific other individual families. It's been a real supportive effort. There are GoFundMes going around in the town. The Elks, the Football Bulldogs, and Calvary Baptist Church that's just to name a few, are doing collections for the families. And we are planning on doing a school-wide collection effort as well that will support the 3 families directly affected in our Bristol community. And that's pretty much it. We, as well, will have the instrumental music presentation from Dr. Downey. I believe he will be playing his instrument. He also has outside musicians coming in, and they will be performing for students on September 26th. We're in the afternoon at Snyder Girardi, and Dr. Downey was extremely excited about the caliber of talent from the musicians. So they'll be performing for grades 3 to 6, here to try to recruit members for our band. Dr. Downey said we have over 70 students in our band currently.
7.
Over 70.
Somebody's like lady, but
Oh,
I could be
the
wrong.
last time I got the numbers, it was 70, but 10 new recruits may have happened.
You know
The
something?
way we're all
No,
pumped
said,
up.
You said, I was listening to you.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
He told me 80.
Okay, 70, 80.
I was like,
Yeah,
what I heard.
I think the number's impressive, and like
Anyway,
compared to
yeah,
what
yeah,
we had.
70 or 80, yeah.
Yep,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay. All right, so that's Mrs. Simo's report. Mr. Poplawski gave Mr. Nasasi's report. Reports on the comprehensive plan, special education plan, Title I, 2, and 4,
Was given.
given by Dr. Davis.
Can I ask one question?
go ahead.
Just an update on the families that are affected by the fire? What's going on there? I know there's people raising, getting stuff.
We're doing it here in our both buildings, or whether it be money or whatever the request and needs. There's a list that Anna put out to the whole staff, to the whole district, about what the families are asking for. So we just don't go out and
Yeah.
just do it. So, and they're bringing it, is it here to the school?
Is it what?
Is the information coming to the school in terms of the gift cards, that kind of thing?
No, it'll go out tomorrow, and we'll begin collecting on Monday.
Okay.
But I spoke to 2 of the families directly, and at this time, they're a little bit overwhelmed with the outreach. Everyone is willing to donate. They're getting calls nonstop, which is all positive, but they just need a minute, number one, to locate housing, and 3 of the families do have housing. Some are in hotels, and some are staying with family members. But right now, they are housed.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Simo. Okay, public participation. Anyone from the public like to make a comment?
Yeah.
Hello, how are you? I was told there would be a vote tonight deciding my son's future, so I just wanted to go over the reasons I have chosen to transfer him back to Commonwealth Egan. First of all, our faith. We've been St. Mark's parishioners since we were born, and that's the reason why we chose Catholic High School. He would like to go to school with his family, his cousins, his friends. The education there is at CEC is at state-of-the-art, and many recent enhancements have made it an excellent school for my son to benefit. He is able to drive now, so he can provide transportation to and from school, which as a single mom is a huge necessity and help. And also, my father graduated from there, my siblings and most of my nieces and nephews have graduated, and I would like for my son to be able to have the opportunity to continue this legacy. Last year, unfortunately, I was unemployed and was not able to afford to send him back there as we wanted to. So this year I've had solid employment for 9 months, and I'm able to, pay the tuition and send him back to where he would like to go. I just wanted everybody to know the reasons behind us switching. I was told that there, has been issues brought up that it's related to athletics, and that's not the case. He's a standout star here. He had a great career at Bristol, but we have chosen that going back to school with his friends and family at Egan would be a better fit for him, and that is the only reason that we are going. Any questions?
Yeah, the board will not, they don't ever vote on that I'm aware of in a
The
public.
board won't vote on it?
No.
So who do I talk to?
This is an administration decision. This is the way it's always done in every school district. The districts all have their own administration review these cases, and then it's determined by the governing body, whether in this case it's PIAA or whoever it is. So that's how the process generally works.
Okay, but as a Bristol resident, I'm coming to you for help because I've discussed this with administration. I've called Dr. Davis, I've spoken to Mr. Popolowski, Mr. Nastasi, my son has even reached out to them because he wanted just to talk to them to see what is their problem with him transferring back to where he started high school. And they have not reached out to him, so I just don't know where to go with this.
Well, I think, I can't speak for what their situation is in terms of that, except that if there is a hearing scheduled, I think it's probably best for everybody to have their own respective positions so that there's no misunderstandings or anything that's, whispering down the lane.
Yeah, that's
Obviously,
why I'm here.
you have very compelling reasons from your perspective, and the district, I think, just wants to adhere to the standard that's it's adopted over the years, so I think that's
So
really.
if this goes to a hearing, I have to take off of work. My son has to miss school. I have to hire a lawyer. Like, all those things have to be put in place, and it's a huge burden on my family for no reason.
Actually, I don't know that a lawyer is required. I mean,
I
that's
wouldn't go
entirely
to a
up to
hearing
you.
without
I
a
mean,
lawyer.
I mean, generally, they don't have lawyers there. I know, I would not be there. I was there in another capacity years ago, but not in that capacity, so.
Is he already enrolled?
Yeah, he's going there, whether he's allowed to do whatever he needs.
So he's already a student at Conwell.
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
back with his friends and his family, and he's taking his sister to school and, doing very well. So I was told there was a vote tonight. That's why I wanted to, no,
No.
there's not. Okay. All right, is there any suggestions from the board as what I should do?
I would attend the hearing and say exactly what you said to us.
Okay, and there's
And-
no
and,
help
you know-
from here,
And there will be no,
even though there's no solid basis for their contesting?
well, it's not your case in particular. Goes back 4 or 5 years. And as a member of the PIAA, these things are, again, anytime a kid goes from a junior to a senior, that it requires a hearing.
Yeah.
And what we're saying is, we're not trying to stop it. We just have to have the hearing, because in a case where we didn't have a hearing, somebody could say, you know what I mean, it would put the district kind of with all the other schools, that we're actually, I believe we're being challenged on a couple kids as well. So that's just been our position. It has nothing to do with your son. Seen him play, he's a great player, and I think that if you would go to the PIAA and say that, I don't think you need a lawyer either. That would be, I think that would be enough, and it's up to them to make the call.
So at this point, the only reason why we have a hearing scheduled is because of the contesting of the
Well,
PIAA
okay,
transfer
and I want
waiver.
to stop you there, because the minute that your son transferred to Conwell Egan, their athletic director should have called you up and said, this is going to trigger a hearing, because it's going to trigger a hearing with the Philadelphia Catholic League as well, somewhere down the line.
That's fine, but the only reason we're going to a hearing is because of the contesting of Mr. Popolowski.
I don't know if they're contesting it or they're
They're
not agreeing
contesting
to
it.
it. There's 2 different levels of that, so I think that's the way I would phrase it.
They've checked the box that he's going there for exposure. And so that makes there's no evidence, it's just they're bullying my son because they're mad that he's leaving.
No. Obviously, there's a difference of opinion.
Yes, huge.
Anyone else from the public? Okay, no other questions from the public. Public participation is closed. Let's move on to agenda items, routine monthly business.
Let me get started.
Go ahead.
Mr. President, I motion for item 6 to approve the minutes of the August 17, 2023 meetings. Also, item B, to approve the list of bills for September 2023. And item C, approve the treasurer's report for August 2023.
Second.
I need a motion first.
Oh,
I made the motion. I made it.
Okay, Ms. D'Angelo. I'm still writing here. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstentions? Motion carries. New business.
Okay, item 7, item 7. Approve the attached list of district salaries for the 2023-2024 fiscal year as required by the Pennsylvania Department of Education.
Mr. D'Angelo, do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Paglione? Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item B.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the Bristol Borough School District school-wide Title I plan for the Snyder Girardi Elementary School effective 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Any questions?
Yeah, I guess my question would be, I see we're doing it, and so the second one, Chris, is the incremental amount that we were gonna get, right?
Yeah, so what our, based off of our free and reduced lunch rate, it triggered that we now service the middle school, and that's why you see Snyder and the high school.
Okay.
Normally, you would just see Snyder, but now we're qualified in the middle school as well.
Okay, that was my question.
All right, thank you, Mr. McHugh. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item C.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the Bristol Borough School District school-wide Title I plan for the Bristol Junior High School effective 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item D.
Mr. President, I motion to readopt the attached resolution authorizing Dr. Botis Davis, Superintendent of Schools, as signer for any and all contracts, agreements, grants, and/or licenses between the Pennsylvania Department of Education and the Bristol Borough School District.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglione. This is a standard signature, Mr. McHugh, correct? That
Yes.
This authorizes him to, okay. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Personnel.
Okay, item A. Mr. President, I motion to approve to grant tenure to the following teachers who have successfully completed requirements established by PDE and recommended by District Administration. Bridget Haas, Danielle Lehrer, Rachel Cortez, Kimberly Rowe, Jillian Kemble, Brian Swift, and Melissa Moeller.
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item B.
Congratulations to all those teachers.
Yeah? Great.
Okay, item B, approve the appointment of Roberta Simikowski as interim elementary principal, effective immediately.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglione. Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item C.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire Julie Bowser as interim dean of students, effective immediately.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Paglione. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item D.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire Joseph Downey as an external instrumental music consultant at a salary of $25,000, no benefits for the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Okay, these are switched. These are switched. They should not be. There's a mistake there.
Which one? Which one?
Okay, so Dr. Downey should be as a
External music contractor
He should
at
be,
25,000.
25.
he's a contractor,
Yes. That's
not a
two different
consultant.
names.
Correct.
He's a
And
consultant,
the 5,000.
25,000.
Okay,
And
you
he,
want me to
yeah,
read
Dr.
that?
Downey serves two positions. Okay, he's a consultant to the board with the music program.
Correct.
But he's a contractor to be help teaching music. So can we change that?
Well, we didn't vote on the motion, so,
You could just amend the motion, I think.
Amend
in
it.
the
okay,
minutes,
so
yeah.
I will read the motion again in the amended form, is that okay?
Sure.
So I would approve to hire Joseph Downey as an external instrumental music contractor at a salary of $25,000, no benefits for the 2023-2024 school year.
Can we wait to see how his performance is?
Okay, I have a second, Mrs. Paglione. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstentions. Okay, John, be careful on this one.
Yeah, I'll get this one right. Okay, Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire Joseph Downey for a one-year contract as a consultant with a salary of $5,000, no benefits for the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Mrs. Paglione, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item F.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to appoint Austin Petalillo in the supplemental position of Assistant Junior High School Football Coach, which is at 45% of the supplemental rate as per the master agreement effective immediately.
Second.
Mrs. Packman. Any questions? All those in favor? Aye. Nays, abstention, motion carries. G.
Okay, Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire Carl Stempian as a District Assistant PCA at a rate of $15.83 per hour, no benefits as per negotiated agreement, effective the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Mrs. Packman. Any questions? All those in favor?
I'd just like to make a quick comment. If anybody is interested in being a district assistant, the school district is desperate looking for them. You could stop by the admin building at 1776 Farragut Avenue and fill out an application.
Chris, can you just explain what they're looking for?
So district assistance is more one-to-one with a specific child that's documented in the IEP.
Like the qualities of the individual being hired?
Mhm.
Can you,
What do you want me to say?
just the characteristics of the person we're looking for? Must have enough working with students,
Yep. High school diploma.
high school diploma, college is not necessary but welcomed, but the high school diploma is well. Definitely a team player.
Flexibility.
And flexibility. But again, the main one, just have a love for working with kids.
Okay. That's, next, item H.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire Wayne Robertson as middle high school math teacher, salary master, step 1, and benefits as per master agreement, effective immediately.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item I.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to advertise for the elementary cafeteria cook position at $18.97 per hour as per negotiated agreement, effective the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Ms. Packman, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item J.
Item J, Mr. President, I motion to approve to hire the following cafeteria staff at a rate of $11.73 per hour, non-certified, $16.50 per hour certified, with no benefits as per the negotiated agreement, effective 2023-2024 school year, pending clearances.
Second.
I was going to read their names.
Go ahead.
Kristen
Okay, I'm
Reed,
sorry, John.
Karina Reynolds, and Patricia Soto Robinson.
Okay, second by Mrs. Paglione. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Information and discussion. Next school board meeting will be October 5th, 2023. Let's go around the horn real fast. Mr. Smith?
I want to thank Bobby for her update and let her know I hear you're doing great things over here, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Mrs. Curran?
That's all I have.
I would also like to thank Bobby.
Thank
I
you.
imagine the beginning of the year is very stressful, so appreciate you
We're
getting us
doing
up
okay.
on a
Thank
good
you.
start. I would also like to note or mention, so the Bristol Borough Teen Foundation is doing a free yoga event at Open Center Yoga once a month. So the next event is going to be October the 17th at 4:30. The students just need to sign up. And it's also something that I was going to mention that we would collaboratively like to, I spoke with Lori, and she would like to come into the school too, if possible, but to give the students another resource. So she's been a great person to work with so far, and good luck to all the students in the beginning of their new school year.
Thank you, Mrs. Curran. Mr. Collins?
Well, Bobby, I'd like to congratulate
thank
you.
you.
Since everybody's doing it, you do a great job.
Thank you.
I think the school looks really great. I mean, they did a nice job. I heard they had a really nice turnout for back to school night. Actually, they had a lot. And I'd like to congratulate the teachers that they got their PBE certification there tonight. I'd like to congratulate those teachers. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. Mr. Perola?
I guess I'd like to thank Bobby too for stepping up.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, because you're doing a great job, and, you know, you really are a good principal.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank Pops too, because Pops does a good job. You know, he's a good athletic director, and if I can convince Mr. Ciccoletti to do yoga, then I'll do it with him.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Got a challenge going on
yoga
there.
or do yoga?
Thank you, Mr. Paul.
Thank you.
Mrs. Packard.
That's all I got.
I'd like to congratulate Bobby. You're doing a great job, and thank you for stepping up to the plate. Also, I want to congratulate Mrs. Bowser and all the tenured teachers that were given tenure tonight, and to everyone else who was hired tonight.
Okay, great. Mr. Polyafco.
I guess I'm just gonna have to thank Mrs. Semikowski and Julie for stepping up, Bowser. I'm sure it's gonna work out, and I wish it was more definite, but, best of luck and thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Stiltman.
Congrats, Bobby.
Thank you.
It's good seeing you out there every morning when I drop my kid off. And just everybody, the new tenured teachers, the new hires, it's just a great, good way to keep moving forward.
That's it. Thank you, Mr. Stone. Dr. Davis?
I like Jonathan, he's borrowing my lines moving forward. Thank you. Because that's exactly what we're doing as a board, especially after the night. Okay. But I also like to see Lieutenant, first of all, congratulate Mr. DeSena. She's doing a fantastic job. We're in the buildings every day. She doesn't miss a beat. She calls me at any time in the morning. Okay? Lets me know everything that's going on. Always reaches out. Just don't make decisions. Ask for some assistance to make sure she is doing things by the book. But most importantly, she connects very beautifully with our staff. And to be honest, that's a sign of a good leader.
Thank you, Dr. Davis.
Thank you.
Mr. Trullo?
I can't add anything to what everybody else has said, so I won't even try.
Mr. D'Angelo?
Again,
Thank you, Dennis.
great job. I would also like to thank all the sponsors that helped us out for our BAA golf tournament that we had on Tuesday. And if you, Bobby, you will know that we came to the school and now we have grants. We encourage teachers. We know there are so many things that the teachers have been kind of reaching into their pockets, and maybe some supplies, maybe. So we had a successful thing, and we really try to, so here's what you tell your teachers.
Okay.
We always find a way to try to say yes, so don't be shy.
Nice.
Ask for what you need. Things are going good. And I do want to thank Mr. Trullo for his generosity.
Happy
for-
to do it.
for
Next year,
contributing.
I hope I get to play.
Well, that was the thing. Is I was gonna thank you for not playing this year. But anyway, no, thank you. And it's stuff like that that really helps our town raise a little money. You know, one thing that we noticed, that a lot of times that we're competing, I see you having a sale of chocolates, and it's really hard because, but the bottom line is that we don't step on each other's toes. We have the AOH, we have the BAA, we have the Hall of Fame. We have so many different things that have specific needs, and we seem to be working out that one group isn't getting the lion's share of the money. The people in town only have so much money, but we appreciate all the giving that's done. And the last thing I'll say is, again, is that hopefully with that Title I, we will stay on top of that because, again, you know, we've got our budget, we're doing well, but that could potentially, I don't think that will eliminate entirely, but it could be a $500,000 hole in our budget, and $500,000 is 8 mills. So let's just keep our fingers crossed, and I know that Chris will be on top of that, so thanks, Chris.
Mr. D'Angelo, can I just say something about that? We felt like it was due to the free and reduced lunch applications, so we've been really hitting parents because I feel like some of them need supports in order to get online to fill out the
Yes.
application. So at back to school night, we had Jennifer White have a table set up, and she was working with the families, because the more families that apply for free and reduced lunch equal Title I funds. So we did a big push, and I put out a newsletter to kind of encourage, so we get that money
And
back.
what a great idea. And like I
great
said,
job.
some
Yeah.
parents,
Great job.
some parents might be reluctant, right, for whatever reason.
Some don't
So, that's a part of being a good principal, to know that, hey, to reach out to your family.
There's
So,
a,
again,
you know, it's a
thank you.
roadblock sometimes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. D'Angelo. Mrs. Simo, thank you for stepping in and taking over, and want to thank Julie for stepping up to the plate, making this year go
So far,
as
she's been
easy as
wonderful.
good. Yes, I'm hearing all good reports. Keep the good work up. And once again, thank you for stepping forward. I don't have anything else outside of congratulating all the teachers with tenure. Okay, so with that, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion, and I have a second, Mr. Cullen. Okay,